Good morning. It's Miss Laura at Bartlesville Public Library. It's time for virtual story time. I'm here every Wednesday morning, every Wednesday morning at 10:30. Let's start with our hello song. Here we go. Let me see your hands. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? Yay! All right. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to start with a story about a giraffe who loves to count. Can we count to 10? Let's hold up our fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is Abigail. This story was written and illustrated by Catherine Rayner. There she is, Abigail. Abigail loved to count. It was her very favorite thing. She counted the dots on Ladybug. 1, 2, 3. But then Ladybug scurried under a leaf. So Abigail counted the leaves on the tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But somebody was eating the leaves. Crunch, munch, lunch. Who's eating the leaves? It's a black and white striped animal. Abigail really wanted to count, so she started counting Zebra's stripes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's incredibly difficult to count when you're moving, Zebra, grumbled Abigail. But Zebra just couldn't help it. And there was no point even trying to count Cheetah's splotches. Whoosh! He was just too fast. Come back, everybody, said Abigail crossly. When you're feeling cross, it means you're feeling grumpy. Oh dear, sighed Abigail. There must be something I can count. I know just the thing, whispered Ladybug. Follow me. I don't even see Ladybug. Is she so tiny we can't see her? Oh, she's right there on Abigail's ear. Follow me, whispered Ladybug. I know just the thing. Flowers, giggled Zebra. Come on, we'll help you count. Unfortunately, Abigail's friends were not very good at counting. 1, 2, 6. Lots, bellowed Zebra. 1, 2, 3, 5. Many, laughed Cheetah. It was impossible. But Abigail was a very patient giraffe. Carefully, she showed her friends how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They practiced all day long until at last their counting was nearly perfect. But by that time, it was dark. Oh no, grunted Zebra. How can we count when the sun has set? Cheetah's tail drooped, and Ladybug frowned, but Abigail just smiled. Don't give up, everyone. Can you think of something that we could count in the dark, my friends? Don't give up, everyone, said Abigail. Look, high above the stars were twinkling, and they were not going anywhere. Together, Abigail and her friends counted all night long. 3 friends, 1,267 stars, and 1 Abigail. The end. I know a song about stars, and you do too. Can you get your stars up high and twinkling? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Beautiful. Okay. This is Chaucer. And this is Chaucer's First Winter. Written by Stephen Krensky and illustrated by Henry Cole. Chaucer was a curious young bear. He poked and prodded wherever he pleased, under rocks, under water, even high in the trees. Chaucer's best friends were Nugget and Kit. They were a little older than he was. This winter, said Nugget, we're going to miss you a lot. Really? Asked Chaucer. Where will I be while you're missing me? Sleeping, said Kit. That's just what bears do. Chaucer's parents admitted that this news was true. Bears do like to snooze, his father observed. It's very restful, his mother added, which is good for growing bears. Chaucer was not convinced. Pretty soon it was time for the bear's winter nap. Chaucer's parents closed their eyes and began softly snoring. Chaucer was still wide awake, so he stood up, he stretched, and then he went back outside. White flakes were tumbling through the air. Chaucer caught one on his nose and 2 on his tongue. They were wet to the touch and then melted away. It's magic, he said. Do you notice his mommy and daddy? They're not really asleep. Mommies and daddies always have to look after their babies. His friends were very surprised to see him. Why aren't you sleeping? Asked Nugget. I was curious, said Chaucer. I wanted to see what winter was all about. Kit nodded. Well, first we must teach you what to know about snow. Chaucer was ready. Chaucer saw that snow made everything look different. It's like the land is wearing a disguise, he thought. He paused uncertainly at the top of one familiar hill. How do we get to the bottom? He asked. You'll see, said Kit, and they had themselves a wild ride. Over the next few days, Chaucer learned all about what? Snowball fights. After a month, the pond froze over. Careful, said Nugget as they stepped out. Kit nodded. You'll have to get used to it. Chaucer's paws felt funny on the ice. He was much better at sliding than gliding. Chaucer loved everything about winter. The glittering rows of icicles, the pine trees dressed in white. He even enjoyed the coldest winter nights. One gray morning, Chaucer, Nugget, and Kit were out exploring. It started to snow. It started to blow. Chaucer sniffed the air deeply and began making giant snowballs. This is not a good time to play, said Kit. But Chaucer knew what he was doing. He built them a safe place to watch the storm pass. Who do you see keeping an eye on Chaucer? The storms grew gentler after that. The sun got stronger and the days seemed longer. There's a change coming, said Nugget. Kit took a deep breath. I can almost smell the flowers. But Chaucer was sorry to see winter go. Chaucer headed back to his family's cave, and when he got there, his parents seemed to be just waking up. Wait till you hear about winter, said Chaucer. There's so much to do. Really? Asked his mother. Who would have guessed? His father added. Chaucer wanted to tell them all about snow and ice and sledding down hills. He really did. But the rest of his story would have to wait. The end. So let's sing about snowflakes and raindrops and sunshine and all that fun stuff. If all of the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be. I would stand outside with my mouth open wide going, ah, 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 ah. If all of the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be. If all of the snowflakes were chocolate bars and milkshakes, oh, what a snow that would be. I'd stand outside with my mouth open wide. Everybody, ah, 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 ah. If all of the snowflakes were chocolate bars and milkshakes, oh, what a snow that would be. If all of the sunbeams were lemonade and ice cream, oh, what a sun that would be. I'd stand outside with my mouth open wide. Ah, 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 ah. If all of the sunbeams were lemonade and ice cream, oh, what a sun that would be. Nice job. I sure wish I could hear you all sing in person someday. Okay. You know how baby dogs are called puppies? What are baby cats called? Yep, kittens. What are baby deer called? Fawns. Did you know that baby goats are called kids? True story. Baby goats are called kids. You needed to know that before I started this story. So this is called Once Upon a Goat by Dan Richards, and the pictures are by Eric Barclay. Once Upon a Goat. Looky here. Looks like a goat took a big bite out of the book here. Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, a king and a queen wished for a child. Yes, but where would we put it? Asked the king. Well, next to the vase on the hearth, naturally, replied the queen. Or beside the roses in the garden? The king added. Oh, yes, perfect, agreed the queen. One day their fairy godmother stopped by for a visit. "Tell me what you desire," she asked. "We'd like to start a family," said the king. "We're not particular," said the queen. "Glowing skin, bright eyes, and hair like ocean waves should do." Said the fairy godmother. A boy would be great," added the king, "but any kid will do." "Of course," answered the fairy godmother. "Look on your doorstep when the moon is full." At the next full moon, the king and queen ran to the door. "Let it be a boy," said the king. "With hair like ocean waves," said the king or the queen. "Bah!" said the goat at the door. "I wanted a baby," cried the queen. "It's my fault," wailed the king. "I said any kid would do, but I never meant this." Remember what baby goats are called? Kids. Reluctantly, the king and queen brought the little beast into their home. "Look on the bright side," said the king. "We can still hold it like a baby." "It has a goatee," replied the queen. "We won't need to change its diapers," said the queen. "That's disgusting," replied the king. "At least it loves the let me start that over. "At least it loves the royal roses," said the king. Loves them so much he's eating them. "That's it. It has to go," commanded the queen. Off he goes with the knights. "I guess we're better off now," said the queen sadly. "A stand had to be taken for the roses," replied the king. "Of course," said the queen. That night it rained hard. "Well, it's not our fault we were given a goat," said the queen. "Not our fault at all," added the king. "And yet I wonder if we were right to send the little fellow away on such a blustery night." "Clearly he lacks the good sense to find shelter. I suppose he could come in just for a bit to dry off." "He looks hungry," said the king. "Maybe he could share a nibble or two from our meal." "It's late. We can hardly send him away now," said the queen. "He shall have to stay in our room for the night." "It's only for the night," said the king. One night turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Before long, their fairy godmother returned for a visit. "How is everything?" "Wonderful," replied the king and queen. "Perfect." "Oh, perfect," said the fairy godmother. "May I see the child?" "Isn't he darling?" said the king. "A blessing," said the queen. "You must be joking," said their fairy godmother. "It's a goat." "Yes. Left on the doorstep when the moon was full, just like you said." "Uh-oh," said the fairy godmother. "I'll be back." Oh, dear. What happened? It looks like she left the people baby with the goat parents and brought the goat baby to the king and queen. So she took the baby, said, "This is for the best, really. My sincere apologies for the misunderstanding. I'll just return the goat, and that will be that." "Wait," said the queen. Perhaps there is an alternative," said the king at last. "Yes, I see your point," said their fairy godmother. Look at the two kids. The fairy godmother went away and returned with who? The mama and daddy goats. And they all lived together in the castle. Well, said the king, not exactly the family we wished for. No, replied the queen. Better. The end. All right. That's all for story time today. We still have some take and make craft packets, the spaghetti craft packets I mentioned last week. If you'd like to come pick one up at the library or call us from the curb. Other than that, we will see you next Wednesday, 10:30. Bye. I miss you guys.